Well, it is baseball season, and of course, we're all watching the Brewers. Of course, they had kind of a bad day against the Nationals yesterday. But anyway, it used to be all about the Braves here in Wisconsin, and here to talk about his new book, For Milwaukee Braves Fans Only, is a co-author, Tom Andrews. And you are a Braves fan, dude. Oh, my God. I mean, this goes back when you were a little kid.
Yeah, I was a little kid. In fact, actually, you know, the story I like to tell is that I was born on March 13th, 1953. And 5 days later, the Braves announced they were moving from Boston to Milwaukee. So I'm not sure there was any cause and effect there, but that's my little contribution to the Braves story. But yeah, I was 4 years old when they won the '57 World Series, so I have no direct memories of that series. You I do remember starting in 1958 because baseball cards became real for me, and that's how you got to you know, up close and personal see some of these guys for the first time. And this book is not another history book about the Milwaukee Braves. Those have been done. This is the first collection of fan memories of what it was like watching baseball in Milwaukee in the 1950s and 60s. It was a totally different time than it is now.
You have a similar memory that I had. I grew up in Cleveland. I remember the first time my dad took me to Municipal Stadium, and I walked up and saw the green grass, and oh my gosh, and it was mainly men and guys in hats, and they're smoking cigars.
Right.
They were watching the game.
Sure.
And you had kind of a similar memory watching.
Yeah, my father used to take me to ball games all the time. My father was a carpenter, and we'd go to at least, you know, 5 to 8 ball games a year. Plus, I went a few more times a year. I was a little leaguer, and we had something called the Knothole Club with the Milwaukee Braves. 50 cents. I grew up in Menominee Falls, which is about a half an hour away from Milwaukee. 50 cents bought you to and from County Stadium and your bleacher ticket, and they usually put us right in right field, right above my hero and everybody else's, Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. Tell the story when you and your buddy were hitchhiking to the stadium.
Well, actually, it wasn't me and my buddy. This was a guy who grew up in West Dallas, Wisconsin, and they were approximately, I think, 12 years old or 11 years old. They just got the bright idea one time to go hitchhiking to catch a day game. Well, they walked about 20 blocks, and they realized that their feet were getting sore. They weren't getting any closer to the stadium. They were going to miss the opening pitch. So one of them decides to flip out his thumb because he had heard about hitchhiking. Up pulls a convertible with a guy. He says, "Where are you kids going?" "Well, we're going to go to County Stadium." "Well, funny, so am I. Get in." So they're driving to County Stadium, and as they're getting closer to the stadium, this driver's looking more familiar. It turns out to be Warren Spahn, pitcher for the Braves. And those kinds of stories were fan interaction. I mean, that was real. You'd run into these guys in the grocery stores or to the bars if your father would go for a beer or whatever. You'd see Lou Burdett and Warren Spahn having a beer. "Sit down. How come you guys lost last night?" I mean, it was a different time. Yeah, very different time.
Well, if you want to read more and learn about the old days, the book is For Milwaukee Braves Fans Only, and you can get it at bravesfansonly.com.
And at bookstores everywhere.
Oh, great. Look for it.
Bravesfansonly.com, yes.
Tremendous. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Good luck with the book. We'll be right back.
Thank you.